Hey kids, here we are in Boyle Heights. Boyle Heights, also known as Hollenbeck area back in the day, East Los Angeles. And we are in Evergreen Cemetery looking for the final resting place of one Matthew Beard. Now, most of you probably won't recognize the name Matthew Beard, but you may recognize the name Stymie Beard. Stymie Beard was a child actor that had a fairly prolific career during the day in the Our Gang or Little Rascals serials. Very popular, watched them as a kid. They're harder to find nowadays, but obviously they're on DVD and you can probably find them on Hulu or something like that. Anyway, Matthew, or Stymie, was from this area of Boyle Heights. Boyle Heights is now largely Hispanic or Mexican American, although it was Jewish at the time, but it's always been a very diverse neighborhood. And so Stymie was born here. He was one of 14 kids and ended up, I guess auditioning would be the word, for the Our Gang series and was ultimately selected. I think he beat out about 350 other children and was pretty popular. I was a big fan of Stymie. Well, Stymie, he didn't enjoy the success in his later life that he did as a child actor, and ultimately ended up falling on hard times, got involved in drugs and crime, and had a pretty serious heroin addiction from what I understand. Anyway, back about 1980 or so, when he was 54, 56 years old, something like that, he ended up suffering a stroke on a top floor or story of his two-story tenement that he was living at. Fell down the stairs and languished there at the bottom of the stairs for a couple of days before he was discovered. When he was discovered, he was in pretty bad shape. They ended up taking him to the hospital, and he lasted another couple of days there, but ultimately ended up dying of pneumonia. And he was buried here at Evergreen Cemetery. Where he's at is in the Potter's Field area. Potter's Field here at Evergreen Cemetery came about as a result of the owners of the cemetery, being the first privately owned cemetery in Los Angeles, agreeing to donate a portion of the land to be used as a potter's field for the city of Los Angeles, for those folks that were indigent, homeless, unable to pay for their burial. And that's where Stymie ended up hanging out. So I guess without further ado, this is Stymie Beard.